TLID
Let's
versus
go, bro.
Papara
Game
Supermassive
pertama,
game number
Tim
1.
Liquid versus
Things can't be changed
Papara
anymore. Grab the set.
Supermassive.
We're jumping straight in. Husky, what do you think about the death ball composition from Papara Supermassive, and do you think TLID prepared for this?
I think they definitely have made some preparations, right? First of all, great late game scaling, the very fast draft that can smother the pressure from Papara Supermassive with this Hilda, Cho, and Suyo. So that's something that Papara Supermassive needs to be aware of. We've seen, yeah, like, right off the bat, you see Aran, he's just going to proxy the wave. He's going to get punished though. Able to run away.
Was already right there.
No sprint.
Oh, bottom side,
Aran.
top side. Oh, man. First blood goes over to Bloodsvet though, but bottom side, Witty in a spot of trouble. We'll be able to Shunpo out of the way. But then again, just a lot of early game rotations and TLID looking to just hunker down on that gold lane.
All right, so this does change things a little bit, right? Like Papara Supermassive, they make some adjustments. They punish Aran for trying to proxy the way. So Aran goes down. First blood actually for Bloodsvet. We would loved it if it was for Wasa, but it's okay. They force Witty to back off also. So, in this case, I think TLID actually got the bigger win, because with Witty interrupting the wave earlier on, Xiao is completely zoned out from his wave.
Yeah, take a look at that. All three members of Papara Supermassive wants to find an angle onto Aaron Shiki, but he is the untouchable, still untouchable as of now. We'll see how things played out, but I noticed that Fabian is actually using Impure Rage on this Suyo. No wonder he got that 8-minute level 15 really quickly. A lot of teams are opting to go for the killing spree, but I think Impure Rage really helps with that jungle clear.
And a bit of extra burst too. Papara Supermassive, I think Bloodsvet been really trying to keep tabs on where Witty is. And the fact that now Aran has been temporarily shut down, Bloodsvet can focus his efforts more towards the mid lane, play with After Dark.
We're coming down to the mid side, trying to zone out Papara Supermassive away from the turtle. Bloodsvet still no level 4, but Wasa's locked in, ready to go. You've got Aran trying to find an angle onto that back line, opening up that brushes. Turtle already pulled over by Bloodsvet, but Fabian's already there. Moji wants to take that orange buff before he comes into the fray. But then again, it might be a little bit too late as Aran tries to go in from that backside, trying to get a little bit of damage done on Moji, but a fist crack will hit. That's a better airstrike coming in from Yeheskill. Moji in the spot of bottom right there, really forced to use a flicker after dark. We're sealed at heal, but not enough to take him out. As Moji steals away with the retribution on that turtle. Aran goes down by the hands of Bloodsvet, and Fabian's next on the chopping block, but he will get his Sever out of there.
Very well done by Papara Supermassive. Bloodsvet doing God's work, really isolating important targets. Of course, After Dark as well with the Netherrealm, saving Moji in time before he got completely destroyed by Aran and Yeheskill. They almost got the kill on the Witty, but still getting the objective and a second kill over. And this is gonna help them with the momentum, right? Now they can focus a bit more resources in helping to get Xiao back into the game.
Yeah, speaking of momentum, you've got a lot of early game rotations down on that gold lane. And Aaron Shiki already starting the early rotations. I think they're giving up that mid side for Aaron Shiki, try to get his core item spikes a little bit earlier. Hunter Strike already built up by Xiao, so he does have a little bit of damage to go, but he might be a little bit tricky to get into just because the turret is up. Right now, Papara Supermassive has the gold advantage, just 500, but it is enough for them to just hold their ground for now. This could have gone way worse for Papara Supermassive, but the fact that they're in the lead for now with 2 kills just solidifies that, hey, we learned from our mistake yesterday and we're here to play.
And Wasa rushing the Thunderbelt as well, because now have the opportunity to start stacking up the Thunderbelt as much as possible into Hilda. No one's going to win the 1v1 anyway, so you might as well use Hilda as a battery to do so. Papara Supermassive again, present mid.
Ooh. You got to throw on to Fabian. You got Witty sacrificing himself for that one. You got 3 members of Papara Supermassive creating that death ball, and Team Liquid unable to find an angle to take that death ball apart for now. As Team Liquid ID scrambling 0 kills to 3.
That engage was impressive, but Fabian's reaction was inhuman. He blasted right at the end of the toss to survive.
Oh, yet another fist crack. Aran getting pulled back, locked up. He will be able to pounce away, get a little bit of healing and regen in order to fight that turtle. You got 4 members right there. Wasa goes straight for Fabian, locked up from that backline. The Witty tries to take on Moji down low. Xiao will finish up that job. Netherrealm already popped up. Aran falls down, so does Wasa though. But Moji and Fabian still alive. Both don't have the retribution as of now, and I think it was Team Liquid ID who actually solidified that turtle take.
Yeah, definitely a win for TLID because they got the turtle, but they want to go for more.
Moji already bouncing in. Zame unfortunately popped up. That's a lot of damage from Moji. They gotta watch their backs though.
Holy cow. Cell ran out of energy because he tried to use the Depth Sonata to move on forward a little bit. If they had one extra shot, I think that would have been Aaron Shiki going down for sure with all that shockwave damage coming in from Moji. Either way, good attempt for Papara Supermassive, but TLID able to weather the storm, and now this, I would say, Shiros, like we're almost 6 minutes in, this is an even game. There's no big lead for either team.
No big lead, but Papara Supermassive does have more kills, but this doesn't translate to the objectives. You got a conceal play. Witty throws down the way of the dragon down into the feather airstrike, but you get the rest of the Nether Realm coming in. The Goon Squad is here to protect that hero, and they're here to play. Bloodsmith still kept alive for now.
Once more after Dark saves his teammate. Wasa didn't have to flicker, so couldn't get a longer range fist crack, but it's a small price to pay. While that was happening, Moji has been on the bottom side of the map for a long time, so Fabian is just taking the liberty to clear topside jungle, invade topside jungle, take top wave to generate a bit of the net worth lead. Something that Papara Supermassive have been struggling with is that side wave, right? The movement they like to play together as 5, and teams are exploiting that.
Yeah. Come to think of it, Papara Supermassive, super aggressive, super gung-ho. Here comes Bloodspet, trying to get a throw, misses it. Aran tries to go in for the re-engage. Bloodspet taking down low. Zame Force already popped up. Aaron Shiki, a lot of damage down. The Predator Airstrike will not connect onto Bloodspet. Trance is out of there. Aran is deep in enemy territory, getting chased down by After Dark, and Wasa will be able to ditch and restore, get that reset as the turtle spawns up yet again. The last turtle of the game. It's Papara Supermassive, ramping up the aggression. You can't take them down when they're 5.
3 flickers out from Papara Supermassive. It's a miracle that no one went down. I was sure the Cell was gonna die when Witty got that kick onto him from the back. So all things considered, this is good news for Papara Supermassive, right? They didn't lose anyone. They can contest the turtle if they want to, but it seems like they are going to let TLID take it. They realize that it's just not worth the effort. Purify out from After Dark thanks to Yahescu.
Yeah, he'll be safe, but Witty taking a little bit of damage from Bloodspet, finding that angle. Xiao's right here as well. The Rhapsody will take him out as well. Witty goes down. You got the Nether Realm popped up, but here comes Liquid ID. Tries to go for that re-engage. A lot of damage coming through. There's no second life for the rest. Papara Supermassive, but Moji has that damage to take down yet another one. Papara Supermassive taking down team fights after team fights, but it's still in the mid game. Seeping to 8 minutes. Papara Supermassive, we're in late game territory now. They have to be remember to watch that side waves. You win games through objectives.
It's a mini shutdown given over to TLID thanks to Bloodsfed getting killed off, but still, look at this replay, right? This Nether Realm from After Dark came in at the very last second. And even though Bloodsfed ended up going down, it forced Liquid ID to commit extra resources just to confirm the kill, and it ended up causing the death of Aaron Shiki right in the epicenter of the Moji shockwave. So I mean, Papara Supermassive, they're doing things right. It's still an even game so far. This is the most impressive I've seen from Papara Supermassive. Yeah,
I can't agree more. It's always at this point where Papara Supermassive tries to falls and crumbles, but look at their sideways. They're sending Moji, and they're learning from their mistakes. They're going and take down the T1 down at the top side, and then the rest of the team are hunkering down and focusing their fire onto the loose members, trying to go for that pickoff. The conceal play already popped up. Witty's back in action. Aran is mid. He will take down Xiao, but able to pop that flicker to get out of the way as they save that T2 bottom side from falling.
And now we see a bit of that Papara Supermassive flavor, right? Something that I hope that doesn't happen as much. You gotta start checking the map. You like running through the river like that when you don't have vision on enemy heroes is always very dangerous. Like Excel almost got solo killed by Aran. I think if Aran had a Blade of Hepsi, that could have been his death. And this is just an anti-Kuras Hilda with a concussive blast. So Papara Supermassive needs to be a lot more careful in these bushes because Liquid ID, they're always first to take control. So you need someone to open up the map. And sadly, it has to be either Wasa or Bloodsfed.
Yeah, these small little turret takes are really extending the lead for TLID. But now, here's where things get interesting. Lord's already spawned up. Papara Supermassive, like that team fights, They're going to get witty, but on that mid side, though, Bloodspet in a spot of bother, but the target prioritizing onto Moji will take him out, but not unless the Netherrealm has anything to say about it. That he falls by the hands of Fabian, but in the mid, he falls as well. No junglers for both teams as the Lord already spawned up. 2 members down for TLID. Papara Supermassive will be able to blitz this down. They've got Xiao though, but Aaron Shiki has to force that retreat. He's already less than half health.
Man, I'm telling you, dude, After Dark is keeping Papara Supermassive even in these fights. His Netherrealms have been sublime. He's the reason why Papara Supermassive even got these kind of exchanges.
Oh, they're not going for it though. Eroshiki almost falls, but Witty was there to back him up. Ultimately though, Papara Supermassive actually won out on that trade. They sacrificed their roam just for that Lord, and now they do buy themselves a little bit more time before that Lord comes out. And so they might be able to take down more objectives, try to clear at least the mid lane turret that will give them a lot more opportunity, a lot more dynamics and dimensions for team fights that they like to take.
After Dark is going to continue to be a problem. I think the purple buff did get stolen, but again, After Dark, this Netherrealm timing. It's great. Every time TLD thought they were going to get a confirmed kill, After Dark swoops in, protects his team for another 3 extra seconds, and causes Liquid ID to commit resources that they otherwise would have been able to use for other things, you know? So Fabian's going to deal with that bottom wave. Top holy defense is going to blow up. The Lord didn't get a charge. That's an important thing, because that would be more damage to the inhibitor. Either way, Papara Supermassive, despite getting that, the Lord and all that, they still are not ahead.
This nice triangulation tries their very best to take down this T1 mid side to buy himself a little bit more time, but the bottom side's already pushing in. So good call by Fabian. Everyone's coagulating around that Lord, and Papara Supermassive again with the side lane pressure. They just can't seem to find that push.
And they don't have a trap that enables them to do so, right? It's so much easier for Liquid ID to play side lanes than Papara Supermassive.
Oh, target locked onto Witty, able to Shunpo to safety. But they burned a conceal as well as an ultimate from that Jawhead. They don't know where Aaron Shiki is. We'll be able to recall out of there.
Just look at the map, Churros. I mean, this one needs to be brought to attention, because every single time Liquid ID, they know that Papara Supermassive cannot play the sideways. At least they are not the best at dealing with it. So every time they see Papara Supermassive on the map, Witty says, hey guys, side lanes are open. Aaron Shiki takes one side, Fabian takes the other, and then Iran just starts running into the jungle to take a space. So there's nowhere safe. Papara Supermassive, they're being put under the microscope. They're getting CCTV'd by TLID every single step of the way.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard if you're Papara Supermassive, because you, like you said, who can you send to take control of that sideways? You send Cell, then he'll get bursted down and picked off. If you send Moji, then you lose out on your objective takes. But taking a look at itemizations, this is seeping into that late game. What are your thoughts on this?
I think this late game is going to be a test. Like Aaron Shiki has to die, and not just that, with the damage that Yehescu is building up right now, he's also a big threat, right? Because Papara Supermassive, as much as you have a second life, the only reason that they've been, going even in these fights is After Dark with the clutch Netherrealm timing. That can be negated if Yehescu just blows up your health bar and forcing it out early. So now Liquid ID have more than enough damage to stiff arm Papara Supermassive, and it's up to Papara Supermassive, it's up to Bloodspet or Wasa to get that engaged. I think Wasa has a lot more value with that flicker fist crack, like what we saw yesterday from Luke. He might have to look for some sort of the play of that magnitude to make it work.
Yeah, I like that Papara Supermassive are trying to play cross map as well as TLID. Fabian is still right there. He doesn't really care about that Lord. Witty's right there to give a little bit of intel and recon for the rest of Papara Supermassive. As long as they go for a team fight, Fabian would be able to find a nice little flank, but oh man, Bloodspet in the midst of all of it, Netherrealm will be able to keep him alive for now. There's another Moji! A lot of damage coming in from that Lucas, unleashing the beast though. Fabian goes down as well. A double for Moji. What was that damage? But it's still going on strong. Aaron Shiki is not going out without the fight. One more hit, Moji might be able to go down. Aaron Shiki chases him out, and Ron blocks the whole entrance, bots the immortality, the Winter Crown in the right time. The Shell back in, locked him by that fist crack. Aaron Shiki wants to go for it for a fight as well. It's chased down by 3, but Shell taking a little bit too much damage. Same Force popped in yet again as Wasa tries to finish up that job. They can't. It's Aaron Shiki, the untouchable. He is going in too strong. He's too painful. How do you deal with that?
Just name me another hero that can do what Aaron Shiki did just now on that Harem. No other hero has the capacity and the resources to do something like that. The goal laner shouldn't be allowed to do that. That's why Harem is so strong. And now Lord Take is Papara Supermassive trying to blitz it down, and they should be able to get it.
Yeah. Try to go for it. Fabian's not right there. Xiao actually takes the badass hit. The Lord goes to them.
Xiao yang dapis gelok.
Papara Supermassive. They're taking down two. They've got the manpower advantage. Moji's going in for that charge. No more Ushiki, no more Witty. Only Fabian around and Reheskill back down there. They're losing out on that team fight, but Papara Supermassive taking on the lead. They have to manage out sideways. That's going to be their Achilles heel.
Given the Balclava, dude, Papara Supermassive with two back-to-back good plays. First of all, Bloodsfat. You see that single target, another round from After Dark to protect Bloodsfat. He's forced out the Purify on Aaron Shiki, and you thought the fight was over, but again, it forced an overcommitment. They killed off Fabian. Thanks to that, Bloodsfat sacrificed himself. The fight extends. They get the Lord, and Bloodsfat finds the toss onto Aaron Shiki because he doesn't have Purify. And now he's gonna look for more. They need to get an advantage, something out of this Lord. And they find Reheskill!
He just decimated, annihilated, burst that down. Xiao wants to go in for another fight. It's Aaron Shiki dashes around. Will take down After Dark though. But Fabian's next on the chopping block. Moji will secure that one. There's two members down for side of TOID. Makes that three. It's a Ron falls as well. This might be it. TOID, they crumble and fall under the Supermassive death ball.
Moji
Aaron Shiki trying his best to defend this. There is a chance though, but they're gonna try and burst them down.
Might be able to do it, no minions.
But gagal guys.
Target focusing on that base.
Kelar, bro.
Supermassive against all odds.
Gila.
Takes down TOID in a surprising victory.
Gila guys ya.
Oh my goodness, Papara Supermassive.
Taunting rasa gitu guys ya.
Taking one game off of
mahal.
Something that I don't think anyone would
rame
have
banget itu guys di sini guys.
Props, this is the reset.
Oke lah, kita lanjut aja buat game selanjutnya bro.